Hey everyone, my name is Krish, and this is...
My name is Liam.
All right, and we are the co-hosts of what new podcast show? What's the name of this show?
It's the Good Kid Marketing Podcast.
That's right, it's a Good Kid Marketing Podcast, and it is powered by Good Marketing Magazine. Head over to goodmarketingmag.com to learn more about the magazine and upcoming podcasts and so much more. So if you are watching this or listening to this on Spotify, on Apple Podcasts or YouTube, hit that subscribe button, like, comment, share. We really, really, really appreciate all of your support. So this is our first episode.
Right.
What do you think? Are you excited about this?
Yes.
And why are you so excited?
Because really,
Hey, it's whatever, right? It's different.
It's different.
Fun.
It's fun.
We get to do something as a father and son.
Right.
We did watch a lot of football yesterday, didn't we?
Right.
What else did we do yesterday?
We
camped out, right?
Yeah, we did camp out today.
Where did we camp out?
Actually, in our backyard.
In our backyard, so you gotta do some fun things.
Mm.
And so, Liam, let me ask you a question. How old are you?
I'm 5.
You're just 5?
I'm just 5.
I thought you were 25.
What?
I thought you were in college. Are you not in college?
No.
What grade are you in?
Kindergarten.
Kindergarten?
Right.
Wow. Okay. And you just started school, right, buddy?
Right.
Right.
I just started school.
And what kind of things do you learn about at school?
Like, I learned about math and a lot of stuff.
Reading,
Reading,
science,
science,
history, geography, right? You're learning the map. Are you learning the maps?
yes.
Yeah. And art and PE. Do a lot of fun stuff. But you know one thing that they don't teach you about?
What?
Marketing.
Marketing.
Maybe later on when you get to college, right? So let me ask you, do you know what Daddy does for a living?
No.
Yes, you do. What do I do?
You do marketing.
I do marketing, and sometimes I watch a lot of college football, right?
College football. Yeah.
Just yesterday, we probably watched about 6-7 hours of college football, didn't we? We watched the Georgia Bulldogs. We watched, what other teams? Ole Miss, Alabama.
Ole Miss, Alabama.
We watched a lot of football.
Yeah.
And then today, what were you going to say?
Wait, did we watch like 7 hours?
Yeah. I know. You took a little nap.
Seriously?
Yeah, you don't remember. But it's okay. Hey, listen. So today, we're going to watch some more football. You okay with that?
Yes.
And so what jersey are you wearing today?
I'm wearing the Cowboys.
Uh-huh. Is Daddy wearing Cowboys as well?
No, he's wearing the Falcons.
The Atlanta Falcons.
The Atlanta Falcons.
But the reason we bring it up, right? Our family watches TV. You know, does Mommy and Daddy let you watch a lot of TV outside of football?
Yeah.
Yes?
Yes.
That's not true.
No.
we do watch television sometimes, right? Maybe a little bit after school or on the weekends or Saturday morning cartoons, right?
Right.
But we as a family watch a lot of football because we love football. Mommy loves football. Daddy loves football. You love football. And baby Brinley, she doesn't know if she loves football, but she does know how to do the whole touchdown thing she did yesterday for the first time. Remember? It's like, touchdown. That was cool. But during football season especially, or, you know, maybe the World Series or the Olympics and things like that, we typically as a family don't watch a whole lot of television that is live, right? We do watch maybe Hulu or Netflix or,
Right.
you know those types, but you can skip ads or you can have premium accounts.
Yeah.
Netflix doesn't actually have ads, which is nice. Right?
Yeah.
But when we watch live television, especially in football, there's a lot of what? Commercials. And today's episode, we're going to be talking a lot about what? Television commercials.
Yes.
Right? Through the eyes and a voice of a 5-year-old. Because it's interesting, their perception and their interpretation of what they're watching. Now, let's start with, it's okay, you can go ahead and go on, buddy. Let me ask you a question, Liam. Do you know what the purpose of a television commercial is?
Maybe they're trying to just sell me something or something.
Yeah, they're trying to sell you something. That's spot on. High five. Okay, that was a really good answer. Okay, they are trying to sell you something, and no matter what the television commercial is, it's something that they're trying to either get you to buy or invest in or whatever, right? Or participate.
Whatever.
Yeah. So when we watch college football, right, there's no escaping watching television commercials on Saturdays, right? We watch so many of them. A lot of them are the same. But do all of them make sense to you?
No.
Why not?
Because like some of them are kind of like weird and like
a little bit confusing, maybe.
Yeah.
Right. We watched a commercial earlier. We're not going to watch it through, during the podcast, of course, but it was a Nike commercial. Do you remember that Nike commercial?
Yes.
Yeah. And do you remember like going, and we'll put the link in the bottom in the description so you can check out which commercial we're really talking about. But it aired during the Super Bowl, right? And it was, I forget the guy's name from Everybody Loves Raymond, really deep voice. He goes in and he says, it's a bunch of what? Well, tell us what you saw in the commercial without telling us what the commercial is about and the brand or what company or whatever. Just tell us what you remember about that commercial.
I think I remember it was like, it had like babies in there and like this man. And it said like, listen up, babies. And, like,
yeah, remember that?
Yeah.
It was one of your favorite commercials, and it doesn't. If you don't read the names of the babies on the baby cribs, because you thought all the babies were in jail when I asked you about it, you said, it just looked like they were all in jail, but they were actually in cribs. You used to sleep in one. But have you ever seen that many babies in the same room?
No.
It was just odd, right? It was a very different type of commercial.
I know, but like, I can fit like all those babies in there because like that room was like so big.
Yeah. It was very cold, if you will, right? But the babies are cute.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
So that's why you remember it maybe, right? But then at the end of the commercial, so the whole commercial, maybe it was 30 seconds long, you had no idea what the commercial was about, did you?
No.
And because you didn't know how to read when you watched it, you didn't know that they were saying Neymar and Serena Williams and all of these different super athletes, if you will. It was their names on the cribs, but you didn't know that, right? But what did you see at the very end?
I saw like a Nike.
You saw a Nike what?
I saw like a Nike swoosh.
A Nike swoosh at the end. So then you knew the whole commercial was about Nike. Now, what is Nike to you? And you're 5 years old. What do you know about Nike?
Really, I just wear Nikes.
You wear Nikes? So like the shoes?
Nike shoes.
Do you have a swoosh on your shirt?
Yes.
Do you have a swoosh on your pants?
Yes.
Do you have a swoosh on your shoes?
Yes.
Does Daddy have a swoosh on his shirt?
Yes.
Does Daddy have a swoosh on his shoes?
Yes.
Okay, so we're wearing a lot of Nike, Liam. We just wear a lot of Nike as a family. But that commercial, had you not seen that little swoosh at the end,
Yes.
you would not have known it was about Nike.
I have not.
Right? Isn't that crazy? But
what if like the Nike was like in the middle of the commercial?
yeah.
Or
at the beginning.
That would have been cool. Or it could be like, or the Nike could be on that man's shirt.
Yeah, or maybe there was a little bit extra subtle branding in it. But you know what? Nike is a company that doesn't have to do that. Because the commercial was fun. It was cute, right? It was engaging. But at the end of it, that's when you connect the dots, right? It's like, oh, this commercial is about Nike. But some commercials that we watch on TV, you can sit and watch the whole thing, and if you have your eyes closed and not watching the looking for a swoosh or whatever, you wouldn't know what the commercial was about ever.
Ever?
Yeah, because they're not very clear. So a lot of companies try to be clever right? And do these television commercials that have nothing to do with what they're selling.
Right.
And let's be truthful. They didn't make that commercial for you.
I know.
Then who they make the commercial for?
I
They don't make them for 5-year-olds,
know.
right? Who do they make them for?
Parents?
Parents and daddies and mommies and adults, right?
And even like grandmas or grandpas.
Oh, grandmas and grandpas, yeah. And even like just teenagers, maybe.
Yeah.
Anyone that can spend money.
Right.
Now, they don't sell it to you because you're not a 5-year. You don't have.
Or like the zookeepers.
Well, the zookeepers. Obviously, the zookeepers are going to be buying stuff off the commercials during college football, right?
Because later them have to get like stuff for their animal.
Yeah, exactly. Like if they don't buy fast running shoes, how are they going to run away from the monkeys?
I don't know.
How would they know about the? Okay. Oh wow. All right.
Well.
That was funny. But true, right? They wouldn't know about the fast shoes. Now the other thing is, last year I remember something very different about your list to Santa Claus. Your list to Santa Claus last year, right? It did have a dog on it, right? It had a golden doodle.
Yes.
And Santa brought you a golden doodle.
I don't know why.
It's like a Tasmanian devil, but
Yeah.
right? But there was a lot of things like, oh, I want this Hot Wheels, all these crazy things, which Santa also brought you. But how did you know about some of those toys?
Because I looked on this like I was watching a show and then suddenly this Hot Wheels like all these commercials like this Hot Wheel one, like this Monster Truck one, and like all these commercials just like popped up in the middle of my show.
And then you remembered
like
it, and you didn't like it?
No.
Why not?
But
Because you watched it, and then you asked Santa for it, and Santa brought it to you, so you must have liked it, right? Or you weren't thinking about it, and now all of a sudden you're thinking about it because you watched the commercial a couple of times, right? Is that kind of what happens?
No, I actually watched it one time.
You only watched it one time?
Yeah.
Dang, was it a really good commercial?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Actually, guess what?
I don't know if you can bring this over here, but it's huge. It's a huge Hot Wheels contraption, and Mommy and Daddy had never heard of it, right?
I have.
But you heard of it, so you put it on your Santa list to Santa, or you told your elf to tell Santa or something. And
No, I actually told Santa.
You told Santa, and he brought it. Okay, that is the commercial selling you something.
Right.
Right. So that's a really good example. So now, do you think you have a good understanding? So anytime now that when you watch a television commercial, you know that they're trying to sell you something or sell someone something. Sometimes what they're selling isn't meant for you. The Dollar Shave Club example, right? A couple of weeks ago when you told Mommy to go get me Dollar Shave Club because I asked Mommy for razors and you heard it and you had seen a commercial. That commercial wasn't for you, but it was catchy, so you remembered it. And do you like? Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
Because like I saw you like beer like a couple times that day.
You like
and
beer?
like,
is it spiky?
Oh yeah, it's spiky. And like I thought of your beard and suddenly it just popped up and I just heard it. Boing, right to you.
All right, so thank you for joining this week's episode.
Right.
Right, we're going to be coming out with a number of different contents and topics and
podcasts and
we're not going to always be in this set. We're going to be having some cool fun sets for the podcast so you can watch. Liam is going to pick the next topic. Do you know what you want to talk about in marketing next time?
I don't know.
Well, he doesn't know. We'll figure it out. But what we're really thinking about doing, right, for the next episode is we're going to be covering billboards.
Billboards,
because Liam, we've been on a couple of road trips, right?
Yes.
And when he's sitting in the back seat of the car, aside from kind of trying to talk to our 1-year-old who doesn't talk a lot, he looks out of the window and he likes to look at billboards. And so, you know, his reading is coming along, but he doesn't know what all of them always say. And you're driving fast enough where you're kind of speeding by some of these billboards. So it's a visual kind of thing. So we're going to print out a couple of billboards and laugh a little bit, joke, and get serious a little bit as well to see what he sees visually. And, you know, maybe we take a look at logos and stuff as well. But we really appreciate you guys joining. You want to talk to them and say goodbye to them and tell them to come back next time?
Bye. Come back next time.
Yeah, come back and see us next time. Thank you so much for joining the
Good Kid Marketing Podcast.
All right. You guys have a wonderful day, and we'll see you guys soon. Thank you so much for joining, and thank you so much for your support. Keep it good, y'all.